In a world where heat waves and dry spells are becoming the norm, building a drought-tolerant garden isn't just smart, it's essential. But going drought-tolerant doesn't mean your garden has to be sparse or flavorless. In fact, when you use companion planting with plants that have similar water needs, your garden can be lush, productive, and incredibly low maintenance. The key is simple. Stick to groupings where everyone thrives on the same amount of water, so you're not overwatering one plant while underwatering another. In this video, we'll explore the best drought-tolerant companion groupings and plant pairings that not only survive the heat but work together to make gardening easier and more resilient. You'll see how pairing deep-rooted crops with hardy herbs and resilient flowers can create a balanced, low-maintenance garden that thrives with minimal effort. Let's start with one of the most resilient garden trios: black-eyed peas, eggplant, and echinacea. Black-eyed peas are nitrogen-fixing legumes that actually improve the soil while thriving in hot, dry conditions. Eggplants are sun-loving and resent too much moisture around their roots, making them perfect companions. Add in echinacea, a native prairie flower known for its beauty, pollinator power, and drought hardiness. And you've got a bed that's nearly self-sufficient. This combo requires little input and delivers vibrant growth, pest resistance, and pollination support. Another powerful drought-savvy combination is corn, dryland varieties, tepary beans, and cosmos. This group borrows from ancient dry farming techniques used in the Southwest. Dryland corn like Hopi Blue or Tohono O'odham grows deep roots and does best with mulch and spaced-out watering. Tepary beans are desert-adapted legumes that handle harsh conditions and replenish nitrogen in the soil. Cosmos, a tough flower native to Mexico, adds color and brings in beneficial insects, all while needing almost no water once established. This trio works together to shade the soil, fix nutrients, and boost biodiversity in the harshest weather. Next up is the crisp, heat-hardy Armenian cucumber, paired with dill and yarrow. Armenian cucumbers are technically melons, which explains their ability to tolerate drought and high heat better than standard cukes. Dill is surprisingly tolerant of dry soil once rooted, and its feathery foliage adds pest-fighting power. Yarrow is the real workhorse here. Its deep roots pull up nutrients, its flowers bring in pollinators, and its tough nature makes it a natural fit for drought-tolerant gardens. Together they form a water-wise grouping that supports growth, bloom, and flavor all summer long. For an edible and ornamental powerhouse, try amaranth, purslane, and blanket flower, Gaillardia. Amaranth, whether grown for grain or leaves, is known for withstanding heat, poor soil, and drought. Purslane, often overlooked as a weed, is actually an edible succulent that thrives in bone-dry beds while acting as a living mulch. Gaillardia, a native flower, offers non-stop blooms even in depleted soil and scorching sun. This trio is a visual and edible delight, tough as nails and rich in ecological benefits. Banana and chili peppers both make excellent choices for drought-tolerant gardens, especially when paired with companions that share their love of heat and dry conditions. Banana peppers, once established, become surprisingly resilient in hot weather. When planted alongside thyme, a Mediterranean herb that suppresses weeds and thrives in dry soil, and calendula, a vibrant flower that blooms in poor conditions, this trio supports pest control, pollination, and culinary use with minimal watering. For a spicier alternative, chili peppers bring deep roots and heat-loving vigor to the mix. Paired with oregano, which forms a fragrant pest-repelling ground cover, and zinnias, which bloom boldly through heat and drought while attracting pollinators, this combination creates a colorful, flavorful, and highly efficient bed that thrives even under the harshest summer sun. Now let's dig deep, literally, with parsnips, yarrow, and chervil. Parsnips grow long, deep taproots that help them mine moisture from deep within the soil. Once established, they can handle periods of drought surprisingly well. Yarrow again plays the role of pollinator attractor and soil support, while chervil provides a light, refreshing herb that prefers minimal watering and partial shade, often thriving under taller plants like yarrow or parsnip tops. Together, they represent a cool season option for water-wise gardens. Lastly, consider a classic: carrots, rosemary, and coreopsis. Carrots may seem delicate, but their deep roots actually make them more drought-resilient than you'd expect, especially when grown with mulch. Rosemary is a woody herb that thrives on neglect, adds aromatic pest protection, and requires almost no water once rooted. Coreopsis, a native wildflower, blooms cheerfully through dry summers and attracts beneficial insects. This trio is perfect for sunny beds that need color, flavor, and function with minimal fuss. Each of these groupings proves that you don't have to sacrifice beauty, flavor, or productivity to grow a water-wise garden. The trick is not just choosing drought-tolerant plants, it's choosing drought-tolerant companions that support each other's needs, reduce water waste, and build natural resilience. When you stick to plants with similar watering requirements, your garden becomes healthier, more sustainable, and far easier to manage. No wilting surprises, no water stress, just good old-fashioned harmony in the soil. So, whether you're working with sandy soil, a desert climate, or simply want to lower your water bill, these drought-tolerant companion plantings are proof that smart design can lead to stunning results. Water less, harvest more, and let nature do the heavy lifting.